Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How you doing today? How's it going? I'm having my morning water before I have my morning coffee. And thanks for tuning in. Convos with Malik.com. Convos with Malik.com. Conversations with Malik, name of the show. We got the shirts out there. We got the apparel coming. And for everybody who's been watching the show and all of the guests that we've been having on, we're real excited. And I just want to thank everybody for their support. And so, we do our spiritual talks. And the part of the show that I do, the whole show is spiritual, is about spirituality, is about spiritual growth, is about inspiration. I'm really excited about the people who are going to be coming on the show, everybody that's working with the show, and the new people that are coming on. We have some great, fabulous things going on. Um, but today I wanted to talk about learning how to say no comfortably. So I want to kind of set the stage and set the parameters to the conversation and till the soil with a couple of things that I do in the morning. Um, I really get still in the morning. I try to get silent. I try to take some time for myself to be healthy. And so I'm gonna read a couple things and then we're gonna get into learning how to say no comfortably, because I find that a lot of us are people pleasing and we don't even know it. We don't think we're that type, but we are. So I have a few sayings that we're gonna do just to usher into the spirit, and then we're gonna get into it. What's the biggest difference between you and God? Is that God doesn't think he's you. Huh? Your life is a sacred journey and it's about to change. Growth, discovery, movement, transformation, continuously expanding your vision of what is possible, stretching your soul, learning to see clearly and deeply, listening to your intuition, taking courageous challenges at every step along the way. You are on the path, exactly where you are meant to be right now. And from here, you can only go forward, shaping your life story into a magnificent tale of triumph, of healing, and of courage, of beauty, of wisdom, of power, of dignity, and of love. That was written by Carolyn Adams. I like that. Look up Carolyn Adams. She's powerful. She's powerful. This is some really, really powerful stuff here. And listen, everybody that tunes in the Convos with Malik, please continue to support. Please share the videos that you see of people, share them. I want to read this again because this is powerful. What is the biggest difference between you and God? That God doesn't think he's you. I want to read this again. Your life is a sacred journey and it's about to change. Growth, discovery, movement, transformation, continuously expanding your vision of what is possible, stretching your soul, learning to see clearly and deeply, listening to your intuition, taking courageous challenges at every step along the way. You are on the path exactly where you are meant to be right now. And from here, you can only go forward, shaping your life story into a magnificent tale of triumph, of healing, of courage, of beauty, of wisdom, of power, of dignity, and of love. Once again, written by Carolyn Adams. That's powerful. All of us want to be somewhere else. But we don't want to be where we are right now on our path of progress. And progress can be painful. You know, even though that I feel like I'm going backwards, I'm not actually going backwards. I'm actually growing through the pain of the process that's really leading to my progress. But don't stay so focused on the progress. I'm where I'm supposed to be right now, even in the toughness, even if it's tough. I'm in the toughness of right now, and that's where I'm supposed to be. That's it, not anywhere else. Because the trick is that I'm always trying to attain something else. And when I get to what I'm trying to attain, I can't appreciate it because I'm trying to get to the next place. And it's a perpetual cycle of not enjoying the now, the right here and now, with the good and the bad. And, you know, the good and the bad is all about perception. I'm leading to something. The really idle man gets nowhere. The perpetually busy man does not get much further. Sir Hinagi Ojivala wrote that. Sir Hinagi Ojivale. He's powerful. It is not that anger and desire are inherently evil or that we should feel ashamed when they arise. It is a matter of seeing them as the delusions that they are, distorted concepts that paint a false picture of reality. They are negative because they lead to unhappiness and confusion. Kathleen McDougall wrote that. I'm going to read that again. And this is what we do up at Convos with Malik. You got to check out the shows. This is what we do up here. I'm going to read this again. And what a wonderful way to start the day. You know, let's start the day getting centered. Let's not start the day tweeting and Instagramming and balling, you know, showing off what we got. Let's start the day getting centered spiritually. That's the way to start the day. It's spiritual centeredness. So that as the day evolves and as things come at me, I can look at them through the right lens. Check out what Kathleen McDonald says. It is not that anger and desire are inherently evil or that we should feel ashamed when they arise. That's not the problem. It is a matter of seeing them for the delusions that they are. Distorted concepts that paint a false picture of reality. They are negative because they lead to unhappiness and confusion. I got to learn how to watch booby traps. The booby traps that influence my decisions. Some of us, including myself, who have full lives, and we have people, multiple people who depend on us, we can learn what happens is we start to begin to lose our identity in our families, in our marriages, in our jobs, in our relationships, in our businesses, in the organizations that we're involved in. We think we got to be everywhere. We have to be everything to everybody. And we set up trains of circumstances where what happens is people start to depend on what we're doing for them And we begin to get lost in what we do for others. And what happens when I start to get lost in what I'm doing for everybody else, I start to lose touch with Malik. And I have to learn how to say no to people comfortably. Comfortably. My no is my no. And I got to learn how to say no to people, because everybody that I'm doing for is taking a piece of me. And sometimes I don't get that piece back. Now, I'm a very giving person. I give of myself. I believe in altruism. Altruism means my countless thoughts of others without looking for anything in return. That's the definition of altruism. Altruism is what makes the world go round for the most part. The people who give of themselves. Yes, I agree and I get it. But I can't give of myself to the point where I start to become unhealthy. I can't give of myself to the degree that now my identity is wrapped up in only what I can do and contribute to my church, to my lodge, to the youth football organization that I work at, to my job, to my family. And then I start to lose, because if I'm not careful, I will start to lose me in the process. Now watch how it happens. I lose Malik in the process of all of the things that I'm doing, that I'm involved in. I'm running to this event. I'm going to this event. I got to show up for this person. I feel like I'm committed over here. I got to go here, because if I don't go, nobody else is going to do it. I lose a part of me in the process. And then in turn, what happens is I start to get upset with other people without knowing it. Or I start to take out my inner feelings on other people. It happens so subtly, you won't see it until you're in it. It's sort of like the fly who flies into the spider web, and then it realized I flew the wrong way. But when you're in that web, it's kind of too late, and the spider's coming down the web at you. And that's how life sneaks up on you. That's how losing myself could just happen, because I'm that fly flying all over the place. And then I get caught in the web that I built and can't get out. I got to learn how to say no comfortably, and I got to learn how to reset relationships. Relationships can be reset, guys. Yeah, relationship with your husband, relationship with your wife, with your kids, with your coworkers, with your employees. Sometimes we got to reset and say, hold on, stop, pause, time out. Remember we was younger? Time out. You know, remember when we was playing tag? And, we would call time out. All right, now everybody, go back to your stations. This is getting a little crazy. Let's start the game over. And sometimes I find I have to do that. Okay, all right, you go back over here. You go back, because now everybody's encroaching my space, and I gotta say, okay, you go back, stand back over there, like where I originally met you. Okay, you go over there. Okay, you stand over there. You, all right, come over here. You over here. Okay. Let me take a breather, and then we're gonna restart this. and stay there. Don't even come any closer. From now on, we're going to deal from here because it's better for me. I'm still here for you, but because I had a lot to give, I gave a little space and area of my life to this person. Then this person needed, right? My brother needs, so I give a little space and area of my life to my brother. And then my sister, okay, she needs a place to stay with her kids, so now she comes in and moves in the house, right? And then, it goes on and on, right? Because God has blessed me, I have a lot to give. But then what happens is I give a little here, I give a little there, give a little here, give a lot there, give a little less here, give a little more here. And then all of a sudden I look up and it's like, where's me? And when that happens, for the sake of self-preservation, because if you're not right, you're not giving the people in your life the 100% you that you can give. You're not. And at that point, I got to learn how to say no. N-O. Say no and say it comfortably. And don't worry about the results or how they feel. Say no comfortably. Hey, Malik, can you do so-and-so? No, not going to be able to do it. And listen, don't give no long explanation too with the no. See, because when you start explaining, then it gets crazy. Then it gets crazy when you got to start explaining. No, it's no explaining. It's no explaining. No is no. And if they ask, well, why can't you do it? I'm just not going to be able to do that for you right now. Sorry. Hey, I love you. Hey, how's everything going? Those not personal. But see, it's funny. Everybody asks questions expecting yes. And when you say no, there's a problem. See, I don't get that. Isn't it when you, the three answers you can get when a question is asked? Isn't it yes, no, or maybe so? But why I gotta be yes? And so if I don't say yes, you have a resentment, then maybe I should have said no anyway. Oh, man. Maybe I should have been saying no anyway. Really? Listen. People will be okay. The people who I think depend on me so much that I think they're so important that they just won't make it without me. That's a delusion that I start to think I'm more important than I really am. I only have one life that I'm going to live. And guess what? That's the life with Malik Turnage. Turnage's life. And let me tell you something. When you're dead and gone, people, they're going to make it. They're going to be okay. The world still turns when you die. That job that you think that, nothing to get done if I'm not here. Or that house that you feel like, if I don't clean it, it won't get clean because all those people you letting live there that shouldn't be living there. Or that relationship that you're in, that you feel like you give more of yourself in the relationship and you're the one that makes the relationship work. Something happened to you, people will go on. Yeah, there'll be a funeral and there'll be a wake. And, people will be crying and talking about how much you missed. And yeah, depending on how much you gave and to people will depend on how much you missed. Yeah. But guess what? People will find a way to make it. So why don't you let them find a way to make it with you alive? Huh? Let them find their way now. They're going to have to find their way when you're going. Let people find their way now with you around. How about that? All of the people that you think depend on you so much that the world won't turn without you, let the world turn without you. And I'm not saying to be selfish. I'm not saying to be self-centered. I'm not saying to live that type of life. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that us people, and there's a lot of us, I watched my mother do it to her own demise. I think my mother could have lived 10 extra years if she didn't burn herself out with all that she did for others. Just be careful, you leaders out there, you people you're in the struggle, you're pioneers in the community, you're the pillars of the community. People like me who we own businesses in the community and we're part of what makes the community work. You pastors out there, and I know pastors personally. Listen, there's a balance. There's a balance to our altruistic work. There's a balance to giving. Don't give at the sake of you being unhealthy. You can give, and please give your all to your family. But you give your all, right? But give what you can in direct proportion to which it is you have to give. And when you don't have any more to give because you need to recharge for you to be healthy, tell them no. Say no. Say no to your kids. Your kids will suck you dry. So your kids will suck you dry. And it's nothing personal. I was watching Dr. Pol the other night, and they were trying to save this pig, and the piglets were nursing on the mother. The mother was almost dead. The guy said, if I would have got here, maybe 6 hours later, your pig would be dead, but I think I could save her. He said, the first step is we need to get these piglets off the mother because the piglets are sucking the last energy she has left. Now, let me tell you something. Those piglets probably love their mother, but they're doing what kids do. They suck. That's what kids do. They suck from you. They suck from you. They suck from you. That's what they do. It's nothing personal. I love my children. I die for my children. But I got to make sure that in the process of all of this, that I'm healthy. I will leave you with this today. And share this message and share your own message. You don't got to share my message. I'm not trying to be some, us doing this show and conversations with Malik here. I'm not trying to be some superstar. We're trying to save lives. We're trying to save souls. Seriously. That's the purpose of the show. is to enlighten and inspire each other. So if you don't want to share this video, you don't gotta share it. That's fine. You know, but you share this message in your way with somebody else. You do it. But let me leave you with this. Let me leave you with this. Saying no in a lot of cases is the best thing you can do for somebody. Because you know what that does? It allows the individual to find the inner resources within themselves to be who they're going to become. And sometimes we're enablers and we enable people, and we're actually the ones that prevent people from ultimately learning how to fly. There's one thing a bird can't do for another bird. It's one thing a mother bird can't do for the chicks is fly for it. It can feed it, it can protect it. But the chick's ultimate survival is in them taking that leap of faith out of the nest to rely on what it can't see, and that's the air, to provide the force under its wings for it to go from place to place, for it to soar. And we have to let people find their faith. Let people find their greatness, but they're not going to find it through us telling them yes all the time. It's okay. You could tell your husband no. Tell your wife no. I'm not saying what the no is. I'm just, I'm not saying what the no exactly is. Tell your kids no. Tell your employees no. Tell your friends no. Tell your church no. Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in with Convos with Malik. Enjoy your day. And remember, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.